The hallway reeked of silence, the kind before a hurricane. Taehyung walked in alone, dressed in all black. His face unreadable. Cold. Calculated. Guards aimed. Lights flickered. And yet, he didn't blink. Kim Taehyung, Minjun appeared from the shadows, arms wide open like he was welcoming an old friend instead of an enemy. You finally came crawling back. For a man like you, over love? Pathetic. Taehyung didn't speak. He threw a silver phone on the floor. Beep. A live tracker, showing the exact position of Minjun's underground tunnels. If I don't walk out in 30 minutes, Taehyung said coldly, that signal goes public. And so does your entire empire. Minjun's smile faded. Meanwhile, back at the villa, Jungkook sat in the security room, eyes locked on the tracker Taehyung left behind. He's outnumbered, the guard whispered. He shouldn't have gone alone, but Jungkook knew. Taehyung wasn't alone, not when Jungkook was still breathing. He stood up, grabbed his phone, and made a call he swore he never would. Jungkook, I need your help, back underground. Jimin sat chained, lips cut, eyes swollen, but still, he smirked when he saw Taehyung enter. Tai, it's a trap. Get out of here, too late. Minjun raised his hand. Dozens of guards appeared. Safety's off. But Taehyung didn't flinch. He reached into his coat and dropped something on the floor. A voice recorder. I wonder how your political allies will feel, hearing what you did to Jungkook, the threats, the hospital visits, the blackmail. Minjun's eyes widened. You wouldn't dare try me, Taehyung said, stepping forward, each foot like thunder. Suddenly, boom, boom, boom. Explosions erupted outside. Minjun's men scattered in chaos. Jungkook's call to Yoongi had worked. An elite team had breached the perimeter. Inside the chaos, Taehyung untied Jimin and pulled him close. Can you walk barely? Doesn't matter. You're not dying here. As they made their way out, Minjun pointed from the shadows, aimed at Taehyung's back. You take him, you lose everything, Taehyung. I've already lost once, Taehyung whispered, turning slowly, eyes burning, and I swore it would never happen again. Just before Minjun could pull the trigger, bang. A warning shot hit the ground near his foot. Everyone turned. Jungkook, standing in the entry, trembling, eyes fierce. Don't touch him. Aftermath. Back at the villa, Jungkook sobbed in Taehyung's arms, unable to let go. You weren't supposed to go alone. I had to, Taehyung whispered, brushing his tears. You deserve someone who would walk through hell to protect your world, but I don't want the world, Tae. I just want you. Meanwhile, far away in a cold room, Minjun clutched his side, bleeding, but alive. Let them think they've won, let them hold hands, kiss, and whisper love, because when I return, I'll take away the one thing Taehyung can't live without. A week later, waves crashed softly against the shore. The golden hour painted the sea in molten gold, yet Jungkook stood still, barefoot on the sand, the wind brushing against his hair, lost in thought. Behind him, Taehyung watched silently from the porch. He looked peaceful, but Taehyung knew that silence wasn't peace. It was distance. Flashback 7 years ago. Why are you doing this? Jungkook had cried that day, clinging to Taehyung's wrist. Tell me. What did I do wrong? But Taehyung had stared coldly, jaw clenched. You're not strong enough for this world. You're a weakness I can't afford. I don't love you anymore. Lies. All of it. Words that haunted him every night for 7 years. Back to present. Did you sleep? Jungkook didn't turn. No. Taehyung walked closer. You're still mad? Mad? Jungkook chuckled bitterly. You disappeared without a word. Then you came back acting like I'm still yours. Taehyung didn't deny it. He stepped even closer, standing behind Jungkook, just inches away. The tension between them sparked like static in the salty air. I broke your heart, Taehyung whispered, to keep it beating. You had no right. I know. I was followed that night, Taehyung confessed. They found out about you. I was given two choices: disappear or watch them destroy everything you loved. Jungkook's breath hitched. So you chose to hurt me first, before they could? Yes, Taehyung breathed. Because if you hated me, you'd let go. You'd be safe. Tears slipped from Jungkook's eyes, silently. You made me hate you for years, Tae, and I hated myself every day for it. Taehyung turned him around slowly, gently. Their eyes locked. Pain, love, betrayal, longing, all tangled in silence. I'm not asking for forgiveness, Taehyung said, voice cracking. I'm asking for a second chance to make things right. Even if I bleed for it. Jungkook stared at him, eyes glassy. Then prove it. Don't protect me this time. Fight beside me. Later that night, they sat under the stars, shoulders brushing. Do you still love me? Jungkook asked, voice soft. Taehyung turned to him, eyes unwavering. I never stopped. Jungkook leaned in slowly, lips just inches apart. But before they could close the distance, phone vibrates. Yoongi's voice crackled through. He escaped custody. Minjun's back. And this time, he's not coming for you. He's coming for Jungkook. Taehyung's eyes darkened. The warmth turned cold. He won't touch you, Taehyung whispered, pulling Jungkook into his arms. Not while I'm still breathing. Taehyung hadn't slept. Not after Yoongi's call. Not after hearing Minjun was alive. And especially not when Jungkook was now the target. He loaded slowly. Every bullet had one purpose: protecting the boy he once left behind, and now swore never to lose again. Jungkook's voice broke the silence. If he wants me, he'll find a way, Tae. You can't fight the entire underworld. Taehyung turned, eyes blazing. Watch me. Downtown Seoul, abandoned shipping yard. They were supposed to meet a lead, someone with intel on Minjun's next move. Taehyung shoved Jungkook behind a stack of crates. Stay here. Don't move, Tae. I'm not losing you again, Jungkook. No matter what. Across the yard, Minjun emerged. He wore a smug grin, hands bloody. Kim Taehyung, still throwing away your empire for a boy? Tell me, was he really worth all that power? All that blood? Taehyung didn't answer. He aimed straight at Minjun's heart. Every by fire tonight, he said coldly, is for the years he cried because of me. But suddenly, a click behind him. Jungkook had stepped out of cover, holding a "Don't move, Minjun." His hands trembled. But his eyes were steady. You wanted me, right? Then here I am, but you're not touching Taehyung. Not this time. Rang. Taehyung lunged. Jungkook fired. Minjun collapsed, wounded, but not dead. But not before triggering a detonator. If I can't have him, you can't either. Goodbye, lovers. Boom. The shipping yard exploded behind them. Flames roared. Wood splintered. Everything turned red. Taehyung covered Jungkook with his own body as they hit the ground, shielding him with his arms. Minutes later, in the rubble, Jungkook coughed, buried under Taehyung. Tai. Tai. Wake up, no response. Blood. Please, please, not like this, Jungkook sobbed, shaking him. I just got you back, you can't leave me again, Taehyung groaned faintly. Still here, just dramatic. Jungkook broke into tears and laughter at once, punching his shoulder weakly. I hate you. No, you don't, you're right, Jungkook whispered shakily. I never did. Later that night, rooftop overlooking Seoul, bandaged, bruised, and bloodied, they stood side by side in silence. You once asked me why I left, Taehyung said quietly. The real reason was fear, but now he turned to Jungkook, brushing his hair gently from his face. Now I know there's nothing in this world scarier than losing you again. Jungkook leaned into him slowly, forehead resting against his. Then don't stay, fight with me, not for me. Taehyung didn't reply with words. He kissed him. Not desperately, but like it was a promise sealed in flame and blood.